Hi everyone, let's get started. Lie down on your back, knees bent, feet planted on the floor. Get comfortable, move around as you need to relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Make sure your spine is in good alignment and the legs are resting comfortably. You can have your hands down or on your abdomen, and you're just going to take some big, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Expanding the front, side, and back of the lungs on your inhale, and gently squeezing your abdominal muscles on your exhale. Allow your mind to focus on your own body, letting go of your busy schedule for the next 20 to 25 minutes. Nose circles. Imagine a small dinner plate on the ceiling above you, and picture your nose as the tip of a pencil. Slowly circle, tracing the perimeter of the dinner plate with the tip of your nose. Relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders, 5 in each direction, to lubricate the neck. Puppet arms. Inhale your arms to the ceiling, palms face each other. Alternate lifting your right arm and then your left arm up and out of the shoulder socket. Relax the arm down into the shoulder socket by plopping it back towards the floor. Breathe naturally and just continue to alternate. Chest stretch. Inhale, open your arms wide apart. Exhale, lift the arms and wrap them around you, giving yourself a big hug. Again, inhale, open the arms wide towards the floor. Exhale, hug. Alternate which arm crosses on top of the other each time. On this final repetition, keep the arms wrapped around you. Inhale deeply into the mid-upper back, right in between the shoulder blades. Allow the inhale to stretch the muscles around the spine from the inside out. Feel the hands gently pulling the shoulder blades apart as you deeply inhale. Lift your arms to the sky. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the head, chest, and shoulders, reaching your hands towards your hips. Inhale as you lower the head down to the floor, lifting the arms to the sky. Keep the tailbone heavy on the floor. If you have neck issues, you can place your hands behind your head to support your neck. Continue for 8 repetitions. Side crunches. Place your left hand behind your head and curl your head and chest up off the floor. With your right hand down by your side, side bend, reaching your right hand toward your right ankle. Crunch to the side 8 to 10 times. Switch sides. Pelvic lift. Place your hands down by your side, feet planted well on the floor. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck your tail and peel your hips up into the air, into a bridge position. Inhale at the top, and exhale, slowly roll down the spine, one bone at a time. Continue bridging for 6 repetitions. On this final repetition, keep the hips elevated. Without lowering the pelvis, slowly rotate your hips side to side. Imagine your hip bones in the front of your body are like 2 headlights, and you're shining the lights to one side of the room and then rotating and shining them to the other side of the room. Now keep the hips stable and neutral as you alternate lifting one leg off the floor and then the other. Try not to drop your pelvis as you lift one leg up into the air, into a chair position. Slowly roll the body down, bone by bone, one vertebra at a time. Hug the knees in to rest and stretch your low back. Toe touches. Lift your legs up into a tabletop position. Alternate tapping one foot down towards the floor by lowering from your thigh, not by bending your knee. Alternate the legs, breathing in and breathing out. Keep your abdomen pressed down towards your spine to protect your back from lifting off the floor. Now, keep your legs in a tabletop position and raise your arms to the ceiling. Palms can face your legs or face each other. As you tap the right foot down like you did before, reach the opposite arm overhead, and then bring them back up and switch sides. Keep alternating right arm and left leg, left arm then right leg, and stabilize through the core muscles, trying to keep your belly button pressed down towards your spine to protect your back from lifting off the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Hug your knees in to give your back a break. Curl your head and chest up off the floor as you hold on to your bent right knee. Extend the left leg out over the floor. And then switch, extending the right leg, bending the left knee. Keep the head lifted the whole time unless you have neck issues and you need to keep your head down. Press your navel towards your spine. Use your arms to help you curl up high every time you draw the knee in. Both knees in towards you and keep your head lifted off the floor for double leg stretch. Inhale, the arms reach overhead as the legs reach over the floor. Exhale as you hug the knees back into a fetal position, keeping the head lifted the whole time. Inhale, the arms and legs reach apart. Exhale, everything hugs in together. Keep your knees hugged in and rest your head down. Rock the knees side to side to give yourself a break. Scissors. Lift your head as you extend your right leg to the ceiling and the left leg out over the floor. Pulse the bottom leg and then switch, lifting the left leg to the sky, right leg towards the floor. Keep your head lifted. Use your hands against your thigh to pull the leg towards you as the other one reaches far away, and keep your abdomen pressed down to the ground to stabilize your back. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax your feet down onto the floor and head as well, and then drop your knees to the right, head to the left, giving yourself a twisted stretch to give your core muscles a break. Switch sides. Breathe in deeply to help stretch the muscles from the inside out. Next is scissors with a twist. Curl the head and chest up off the floor, reach your right leg straight to the sky and the left leg out over the floor, just like you did for the scissors. Only this time, you're going to do some crunches. Reach your left arm toward your right foot and crunch up 8 times. Exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. The right hand can support your head or be reaching down toward your side. Switch sides. Right arm now reaches up towards the left leg, which is reaching towards the ceiling, and crunch 8 times. Hug your knees in to rest your head, neck, and shoulders and your low back. You can rock the knees side to side if that feels good to you. Next is another version of scissors. Lengthen your legs to the ceiling and cross the legs back and forth, one reaching above the other. Working your inner thighs, using your deep low abdominal muscles to help support the legs up in space. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders down on the floor and relax. Curl the head up off the floor this time and add a lowering of the legs as you're crossing them back and forth. Down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4, and lift, 2, 3, 4. Keep your head off the floor as best you can. Hands can be behind the head. I have one hand behind my head and the other arm reaching towards the floor. It's your choice. Breathing in, breathing out, and rest. Rest down and drop your knees side to side to stretch. When you finish stretching, turn onto one side to do an exercise called the CLAM. While lying on your side with your knees in chair position, lift your top knee up and down, keeping your feet together. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. I have a pillow under my head, but you can certainly rest your head down on your arm or hold your head in your hand. Keep the hips stacked and the shoulders relaxed. Now do another set of 10 with the feet lifted in the air, opening and closing the top knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, keeping your top shoulder away from your ear and your belly drawn in towards your spine. Now continue this exercise, but add a kick of the top leg. So as you pick up your knee, extend the leg out in front of you, and then bring your feet back together and lower the knee down. Lift the knee, kick the leg to straight, put the feet together, and lower the knee down for 10 repetitions. When you're finished, tap your glute muscle a few times to alleviate some of the burn. Side kick. Lengthen your top leg to straight. Flex your foot as you reach your leg forward in front of you, and point your toes as you bring the leg back behind you. Flex and reach the leg forward, point the toes and reach the leg back. As you kick the leg forward and back, try to keep it at hip height, not allowing the foot to drop towards the floor or lift towards the ceiling in either direction. Now keep the leg in line with the body. Lift the leg to the ceiling, lower the leg towards the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Banana is next. Lengthen both legs straight towards the end of your mat. Keeping your legs squeezed together with the feet relaxed, lift the legs up off the floor, lower them down. Inhale them up, exhale them down. Keep your hips stacked and stable and the shoulders away from the ears. Belly drawn into the spine. Now switch to walking. Keeping the legs lifted, flex your feet and walk 1 foot forward and 1 goes back. Inhaling and exhaling. 5 repetitions. Now keep the legs lifted and together. Lift your top one up and down 5 times, keeping the bottom one up off the floor. Hold the top one up and lift the bottom one up and down 5 times, working through the inner thighs. Breathing in and out, and then rest the legs down. Tap out your hip to relax the muscle. Then switch sides. Once again, legs in chair position for the clam. Open and close the top knee, keeping the feet together. Keep the hips stacked and relax the top shoulder away from your ear. Draw the navel to the spine to keep the hips stable. Breathing in and out. Lift your feet in the air and do the same exercise, lifting the knee and lowering it back down, but keeping the feet still in the air. Now add a kick of the top leg. Open the knee, kick the foot in front of you, bring the feet back together, and then close the knee down. Try to keep the bottom knee on the floor, but the bottom foot lifted in the air. Do this for 10 repetitions. For the side kick, lengthen your top leg, flex the foot and swing the leg forward, point the toes and swing the leg back. Keep the foot at hip height the entire time. Remember to breathe in as the leg goes forward and breathe out as the leg goes back. Now, keep the leg straight and lift and lower the leg up and down. Make sure not to lift your leg too high so you don't hike your hip up to your rib cage. Banana. Squeeze both legs straight together. On an inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower them down. Try to keep your hips stacked and don't roll backwards onto your bottom as you lift the legs. Now keep the legs lifted and go into walking. One leg goes forward and one goes back, keeping the feet flexed. Now lift your top leg up and down 5 times while the bottom leg stays elevated off the floor. Keep the top leg lifted and now lift the bottom leg up and down 5 times. Next, turn face down for the swan. With the arms stretched out in front of you and the legs squeezed together, inhale, lift the head and chest up off the floor. Exhale, slide the arms forward as you lower down. Inhale, lift the head and chest high. Exhale, lower down. Make sure to keep your pubic bone pressed into the ground, squeeze the glutes, and if you need to, keep your legs apart to protect your low back. Now rest your forehead on your hands and wiggle your hips side to relieve any tension in your low back. When you're finished, come into a quadruped position. Tuck your toes under and gently pick up your knees off the floor. Hold them up for a few seconds and then gently set them down. Keep your hands directly under your shoulders, your spine straight and long, and the head in line with the spine. Use whatever breath pattern works for you. Triceps press. Keeping your knees on the floor, bend your elbows towards your knees, bringing your face towards the floor. Remember to keep your abdominal muscles drawn in and up to protect your back as you hinge forward from the hips. Breathing in and out, 10 repetitions. Cat-cow. Inhale to prepare, then exhale, tuck the head and tail as you press your spine to the ceiling. Inhale, drop the chest towards the floor as you lift your head and tail. Exhale, round your back to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen the spine and drop the belly towards the floor. Thread the needle. Lift your left arm to the sky and then thread the arm underneath your right arm and rest your head on the floor. Inhale as you reach up to the ceiling. Exhale as you relax your head, your shoulders, your arms. Your hips will stay in the air, but really work to get a good twist of the spine in both directions. Switch sides. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the ceiling. You can see I can't go very far here because of my bad shoulder that I'm dealing with right now. Exhale the arm underneath you and rest. 2 more times. Twist to the right. Rotate to the left. One last one. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, rest down and stay there for a few breaths. Press back into a child's pose, resting your hands down by your sides or reaching them overhead, whatever feels best to you, and relaxing your face on the floor. Breathing in deeply, filling the front, side, and back of the lungs, but particularly aim your air towards your spine to stretch all those muscles that you've worked. Curl up the spine and clasp your hands behind your back, opening up your chest. Breathe in deep. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. One more big, deep breath. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.